So you're here to see Sarah McQuaid, who has an international background. And I said that last night we had people from Michigan. Ordinarily that would be our longest traveled guest, but Sarah beats them. She's paying for many more time zones away. And she was born in Spain, raised in Chicago. She's had 6 solo albums. And as you can see from here, she's a multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter. And I just took a couple of words from Barry's article that she's eclectic music, defying categorization. So I'll let her take it away from there.
Thank you so much, Mary. It's so lovely to be here. And if I seem a little dazed, it's because we did fly over from England the day before yesterday. So my body thinks that it's after midnight at the moment, and I'm but it's good, and it's so nice to be here and see so many friendly faces, including 4 cousins of mine are all here this evening, a couple of which I haven't seen in years and years and years and years and years. I'm looking around trying to figure out where they are. Ah, there you are. Years and years and years, and 2 of which I have seen a year ago, but it's still a long time since I've seen them. And so nice of all of you to come tonight. The sweetness of the berry doesn't take away the pain of the briar when it stabs you in the hand, but the power of your craving for the fruit among the thorns is driving you to risk another chance. Sweetness and pain, summer sun and autumn rain. The bramble does not seek to harm, it merely seeks to live. It injures without malice or intention. There's no question of forgiveness, no apology, no pardon, for minor wounds too numerous to mention. Sweetness and pain, winter winds return again. Sharp black thorns concealed and smoothed by softly falling snow. Drops of blood like bright red flowers. This hurt will pass. Just let it go. Sweetness and pain. Shake it off and start again. Thank you so much. I have 2 children who are 20 and 22 now, so they're kind of past the age for bedtime stories, but when they were little I used to love to read aloud to them, and when I was making my 4th album, Walking into White, I was reading aloud to them from a series of books written by a wonderful English writer called Arthur Ransom. And the books are called The Swallows and Amazons. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're not as familiar here as they are in England. In England, when you mention the Swallows and Amazons, it's like you've mentioned Little House on the Prairie. You know, everybody goes, ah. So anyway, several of the books in the Swallows and Amazons series are set in the Norfolk Broads. And when I'm in this part of the world, I always have to explain that the Norfolk Broads are not tough ladies from Norfolk. They are a network of tidally influenced waterways in the east of England. So when the tide is in, you can sail your boat wherever you like. But when the tide goes out, it goes out really quickly. And if you haven't kept to the marked deep water channels. When the tide goes out, you're going to get stuck in the mud. And if you get stuck in the mud, there's absolutely nothing you can do but just sit there in your boat, in the mud, and wait for the tide to come back in and lift you out of the mud that you're stuck in. Do you see where I'm headed with this metaphorically? It just seemed to kind of cry out for a song, so I had to write one. These tidal waters tell a lie. The broad and shining surface hides a narrow path. The muddy shallows mark my secret signs. The channel flows just out of reach, inside of where we lie. And watch so many ships and sailors gliding effortlessly by. They glance at us with pity in their sad and knowing eyes. But the tide will rise in time. We'll be ready with our boat to meet it. Feel the water lift us till we're floating free. Hoist our sail, find a channel deep enough to carry us to open sea. There's been time for many times to fall and rise since you and I fetched up in shallow waters that have muddied up our lives. The channel flows just out of reach inside of where we lie, and watch so many ships and sailors gliding effortlessly by. They glance at us with pity in their sad and knowing eyes. But the tide will rise in time. We'll be ready with our boat to meet it. Feel the water lift us till we're floating free. Hoist our sail and find a channel deep enough to carry us to open sea. The tide will rise in time. We'll be ready with our boat to meet it. Feel the water lift us till we're floating free. We'll hoist our sail and find a channel deep enough to carry us to open sea. Thank you so much. Well, as Mary kindly mentioned, I grew up in Chicago, which is where my mother was from. I was born in Spain, which is where my father was from. And then after growing up in Chicago, wound up moving to Ireland, which is where my husband is from. And then after living in Ireland for 13 years, moved 18 years ago now to Cornwall, which is in the far, far southwest of England. So there you have it. You would have figured it out anyway, wouldn't you, just by listening to my accent, right? But having grown up in Chicago, I guess it was inevitable that at some point I would find myself accidentally writing a blues song. And that finally happened to me, and a little while ago, and I have a notion that this might actually become the title track of my next album. I'm not sure, I've got some other titles, but it's certainly up there in the list of candidates for being the title track. It's called I Am Slowing Down as I Get Older, and That's Good. I'm slowing down as I get older, and that's good. I'm slowing and partly by a pheasant who was strutting around beside the studio where we were doing the recording. And over the course of the recording, the pheasant made it clear that he was really keen to contribute. He wanted to be part of the whole thing. And so we decided to give him his wish, and the wonderful Martin Stansbury was there in the back of the room running the sound. He went out with a microphone, and we recorded the pheasant, and recorded the cat as well. And I don't have the cat or the pheasant here with me this evening, so how are you guys on animal noises? Are you good enough? Doesn't have to be all cats and pheasants, it can be absolutely anything. Horses, pigs, sheep, goats, donkeys. I was on an island off the coast of South Carolina one time, and we got to the audience participation bit of this song, and a man sitting right in the front row made a noise which I couldn't identify, and I said, "What was that?" And he said, "That was the mating call of the bull alligator." So feel free, I'll let you know when it's time for your big moment. In May of 2024, it was the first time that I can remember that the Northern Lights were ever visible from anywhere where I was. And I think they were visible from pretty much everywhere, probably around here too, if you could get out into the country, that is. And as it happened, when it happened in England, I was on tour up in the north of England, and as is my habit, I was staying in a hotel right on a big motorway services, so loads of light pollution, from all the floodlights in the parking lot and everything. And so you couldn't see a thing, and I was getting all these texts and messages from people saying, "Oh, are you out there? Are you looking at the sky? Isn't it amazing?" And luckily for me, I decided to take what I thought was going to be a humorous photograph of the completely dark sky that I was going to send off and say, well, this is what I'm seeing. But when I pointed my phone camera at the sky, there on the screen of my phone were the Northern Lights revealed. So what could I do to write a song? Here it is. was in a hotel off the motorway. I'd just landed in from a show when the WhatsApps and messages all started flashing. So get yourself out there, check out what's happening. So I got up and put on my coat. The sky was as black as it ever was, but I held up my phone all the same. And the view on my screen told a whole different story. The northern lights shimmering in all of their glory, like lemon juice ink with a flame. When I held up my phone to the sky, the whole crazy scene came alive. Ribbons and fountains of purple and green cascading and flickering over my screen. In the glare of the lights in the car park, they couldn't be seen. But the whole crazy scene came alive when I held up my phone to the sky. My son's back in the bright hotel lobby. I told the receptionist what I had seen. She gave me some chocolates and beds on the house, and she picked up the phone and she headed on out to get her own shots of the view that she saw from her screen. On my son's university campus, he had no trouble seeing the show. The view was amazing, but he was frustrated. He wanted a picture, and he couldn't take it with the camera on his little phone. And each of us envied the other, neither one getting the gold. But we shared it together, and that makes me glad. Sometimes technology isn't so bad. It gives us a memory to hold. When I held up my phone to the sky, the whole crazy scene came alive. Ribbons and fountains of purple and green cascading and flickering over my screen. In the glare of the lights in the car park, they couldn't be seen. But the whole crazy scene came alive when I held up my phone to the sky. When I held up my phone to the sky. Thank you so much. I'm going to play one more new song before I go back to some material that might be more familiar to you, and chiefly because I didn't write it. This one I did write. It's another new one, and it came about because I was complaining. I try not to complain. I do my best, but sometimes, despite my efforts to maintain a positive attitude. A complaint just escapes me kind of willy-nilly. And it happened, and what I said on that occasion was, I've got too many plates to juggle. And it was immediately pointed out to me that we don't, as a general rule, juggle plates, do we? We juggle balls and batons, and if we're in the circus, we juggle chainsaws and flaming torches, and but not usually plates. But somehow the image of all that breakable crockery flying around in the air directly over my head pretty much expressed what I was feeling better than anything else I could think of. But this one also has a tiny bit of audience participation, actually. It's just at the very end of the song, there's a little bit where I sing, too many plates, and you sing back to me, too many plates, and then I sing, too many plates, and guess what you do? Correct! I think it just might work. I couldn't sleep again last night. So many tasks, so little time. All floating round in circles in my overloaded mind. I've got too many plates to juggle, and I can't keep them all in the air. I got too many plates to juggle, and it's driving me to despair. Too many plates, if I make a mistake, they're gonna shatter and break, and I'm sweeping up the pieces. Got too many plates to juggle, and I can't keep them all in the air. I don't know how I got into this crazy situation. I don't know how I ever thought I'd cope with all the stress. I'm living in a constant state of fear and trepidation. I don't know if there's any way to sort out this mess. I got too many plates to juggle, and I'm scared I'm gonna let them fall. I got too many plates to juggle, and I can't keep track of them all. Too many plates, you know, it gives me the shakes. I just can't seem to make the numbers add any. I got too many plates to juggle, and I'm scared I'm gonna let them fall. I don't know how I got into this crazy situation. I don't know how I ever thought I'd cope with all the stress. I'm living in a constant state of fear and trepidation. I don't know if there's any way to sort out this mess. Too many plates to juggle, and I can't keep them all in the air. I got too many plates to juggle, and I don't know how I got up there. Too many plates, more than I can take. No wonder the anxiety is keeping me awake. I got too many plates to juggle, and I can't keep them all in the air. Okay, now we've come to your part. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Too many plates.
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 Uh-oh. There's meant to be a crash. Is it coming? Technology. I got too many plates to juggle, and I can't keep them all in the air. Thank you so much. Oh gosh. Well, I promised you some familiar songs. I'm going to do two songs that are very suitable for the time of year that we're in. And I didn't write either of them. I recorded them on two different albums. And I always like to do at least one cover song on all my albums. I think if you're a songwriter, it's kind of incumbent on you to try and get your head into another songwriter's head every so often and kind of see what you can bring to their song. And I'm gonna do these two, one right after the other, yeah. First one was written by mostly by Jeff Wayne, and the second one by Jacques Prévert in the company of a bunch of other people. Hopefully you'll recognize them when you hear them. The summer sun is fading as the year grows old, and darker days are drawing near. The winter winds will be much colder. Now you're not here. Birds fly south across the autumn sky, and one by one they disappear. I wish that I was flying with them. Now you're not here. Like the sun through the trees, you came to love me. Like a leaf on a breeze, you blew away. Through autumn's golden cap, we used to kick our way. You always loved this time of year. Those fallen leaves lie undisturbed now, 'cause you're not here. Gentle rain falls softly on my weary eyes, as if to hide a lonely tear. My life will be forever autumn. Now you're not here. Now you're not here. 'Cause you're not here. The falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves, red and gold. I see your lips, softly she went away. The days grow long, and soon I hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, c'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi qui m'aimes, moi qui t'aime, nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimes, moi qui t'aime. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment tout doucement, sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le sable les pas des amants désunis. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, to fall, to fall, to fall. son was a lot smaller than he is now. He's a 22-year-old now, so he's really tall. But when he was about that high, he was digging a huge hole in the back garden of our house, and I was trying to keep an eye on him out the kitchen window, and suddenly realized I couldn't actually see him anymore, so I went out to investigate. And I still couldn't see him until I got right up to the edge of the hole and looked down into it. And there he was, way down there, way over his head under the ground, still digging. And I said, Eli, if you dig any deeper, it could get dangerous. And as soon as the words were out of my mouth, I thought, oh man, that could be a great title of a song and title of an album, in fact. And would also look really well on a t-shirt. So I had to write it then. Here it is. It's got audience participation as well. This is the last audience participation I'm going to do, and that's the second to last song I'm going to do. And what happens on this one is the last line of every verse is repeated by you back to me after I've sung it. So I sing cornbread, molasses, and sassafras tea, and you sing it back to me. The lines you'll be singing back, at the end of the first verse, it's cornbread, molasses, and sassafras tea. At the end of the second verse, it's honey, can you bake your Johnny cakes brown? At the end of the third verse, a pair of cotton socks that he wears the year round. And at the end of the fourth verse, get up and fix my breakfast, you good for nothing thing. There we go. Come on, you Virginia gals, and listen to my noise. Don't mess around with West Virginia boys. If when you do, your ration will be cornbread, molasses, and sassafras tea. Your turn.
Cornbread, molasses, and sassafras tea.
That was absolutely perfect. Thank you so much. When it comes to courting, he'll bring along a chair. First thing he'll say, my daddy killed a deer. Next thing he'll say, before he sits down, honey, can you bake your Johnny cakes brown?
Honey, can you bake your Johnny cakes brown?
When it comes to courting, tell you what he'll wear. A long tail coat just about to tear. A pair of old boots with tops turned out. A pair of cotton socks that he wears the year round. When it comes to courting, he'll whisper in your ear. First it's honey lamb and then it's deer. After you're married, no such thing. Get up and fix my breakfast too. Nothing brings. So come on, you Virginia gals, and listen to my noise. Don't you mess around with West Virginia boys. When you do, your ration will be cornbread, molasses, and sassafras tea.
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 Cornbread, molasses, and sassafras tea. Thank you so much. Well, thank you all so much for coming out. Thanks so much to Mary for inviting me here and giving me a lovely introduction. And there's a wonderful gentleman called Barry who was helping us to adjust the mood lighting and who also made that amazing signage, wonderful signage here for not just my concert, but all the coming events. Really, really nice to see. And there was a lovely lady called Rachel who invited us in. And there's a fellow called Mick who's here this evening from Walpole Media TV. Is that right? Have I got that right? Yay, Walpole Media TV, and they're here filming me making all my jet-lagged mistakes. But anyway, it's been lovely. Will you give them all a great big hand, please? We also give a massive big hand to my very wonderful, also jet-lagged, that's the word, manager, sound engineer, van driver, suitcase carrier, maker of musical magic, Mr. Martin Stansbury. Could not be I'm playing for Ripley Presents at the Ripley Chapel of the First Congregational Church in Winchester tomorrow night. So if you've enjoyed what you've heard and you have friends up in Winchester, please do send them along. If you haven't enjoyed it and you have enemies in Winchester, you can send them. I'm on tour in this country for the next 8 weeks. There are flyers on my merch table there, where there is merchandise, should you be interested in such things. CDs, LP records. My most recent album is a double LP record because it's a whole 70-minute long live concert recorded live in a church. Guitar books all about the tuning I play in DAG, D-A-D, G-A-D. Nifty little USB drives that have on them the concert film of the St. Marian sessions, plus every video I've ever made in my whole complete digital discography. And yeah, I think that, and a mailing list that you can sign up to, either on the sign-up sheet, or you can just take one of my flyers away, and there's a QR code on there that takes you to the website. You can sign up to the mailing list, and also, if you like, buy me a virtual coffee. So thank you so much again. It's been so lovely to start off this tour here in front of such friendly faces, including relations of mine, which is just wonderful. I'll leave you with this one. In Derby Cathedral, I read through the names on the wall, and I think of them all. I think of them all. Say a prayer for the souls of the faithful departed who've walked through these halls. Say a prayer for them all. Say a prayer for them all. So many who labored to praise their Creator with towers of glass, wood, and stone, where I wander alone. Soul, flesh, and bone. In Derby Cathedral, it's peaceful but not in my mind. No peace can I find. No peace can I find. So many people in Derby Cathedral, soul, flesh, and bone, glass, wood, and stone. Ooh, In Derby Cathedral, I read through the names on the wall, and I think of them all. I think of them all. So many people, so many in Derby Cathedral, in Derby Cathedral. Soul, flesh, and bone, soul, flesh, and bone, glass, wood, and stone, glass, wood, and stone. Soul, flesh, and bone, glass, wood, and stone. Soul, flesh, and bone, soul, flesh, and bone, glass, wood, and stone, glass, wood, and stone.